Hello, my name is Colin Doyle. I'm a 23-year-old Massachusetts local, and I have always been fascinated with art. Art and my relationship with it has shaped a great deal of my personality, and it continues to do so to this very day. As an infant, one of my earliest, if not the earliest, memories I have is hearing Mozart's Turkish March on a cassette tape. The song has stuck with me all these years, even though I am not a musical aficionado, and I have three different versions and genres of that song on Spotify. During my first day of kindergarten at my hometown school, we were taken to the local art museum, the De Cordova. Despite this being 18 years ago, I vividly remember the statue of the giant head with a model of a headless man sitting inside of it, which scared many of the other children, but enthralled me. As a child, I loved to read. There was a point in time that whenever I saw a $5 bill, I instinctively thought, I could buy a new Goosebumps book with this. I owned literally dozens of installments from that one series alone, along with various copies of the Encyclopedia Brown series. Though I don't read as much as I once did, I still try and remain relatively bookish. My favorite books and stories include Frank Herbert's Dune, the works and mythos of H.P. Lovecraft and his apprentices, and I have been recently looking into reading the fantasy works of Robin Hobb. I feel like a lot of people had a book fair at their school growing up, and whenever I think of the ones that mine organized, I tend to focus on the one where I bought all three of Shel Silverstein's poetry collections. Falling Up was my favorite, and to this day I still love his poem, Diving Board. As I grew older, I quickly learned to see the underlying meaning of a lot of different pieces of art. I used to listen to the lyrics of songs and try and come up with my own interpretations, and would always think about what the hidden message in movies were. My favorite song is Handlebars for this very reason. During my junior year of high school, I took a cinema analysis class, which not only furthered my love of movies as an entertainment medium, but also made me much more aware of what they are as an art form, and just how much work and passion goes into them. Mise en scène, multiple takes, storyboards, etc. I have always had a soft spot for film and consider it to be my favorite form of expressionism. I watched Toy Story 1 religiously as a child, and have since gone on to watch and love works such as The Godfather, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, The Shawshank Redemption, and Get Out. In conjunction with my appreciation for cinema, I've always liked smart television that makes you think critically when you watch it while you're being entertained. Some of my favorite shows for this very reason include The Walking Dead, Community, Breaking Bad, The Last Airbender, and early seasons of The Simpsons. I have experimented with a wide variety of different artistic genres, as I personally believe that any artist who denies himself experience with a medium is denying themselves the greatest opportunity to grow. Diversity, after all, is the spice of life. I attended several summer camps in my youth, transferring from one to the other as I outgrew the age range for each of them. At every one of these camps, I took various electives which focused on different forms of artwork and creative expression. At my youngest during my summer camp years, between the ages of 5 and 8, I would work on either making simplistic dioramas or crafting handmade beanbag animals and things like that during arts and crafts. I still have all of these projects stored somewhere in a box. As I grew older, my time with the arts at summer camp became more experimental. I joined the video club and the Photoshop club, where I helped write and act in comedy films and worked on digital design computer programs to create outlandish and humorous works, respectively. Around the same time as the Photoshop Club and the Video Club, electives in claymation and creative writing became parts of my repertoire as well, along with a beginner's flash animation program and 2 weeks of the camp's improv troupe. The variety of different art styles that I've dabbled with, I feel, has helped to deepen my appreciation and love for art as a whole. When I was 15 years old, I got the lead role in my high school play after expressing an interest to the drama teacher in making what was originally an in class exercise reading into a full fledged production. I had been in plays before this in elementary school, but never to the level of relevance to the plot as that. Currently, I am working on a few small projects outside of my studies at Lesley, including a science fiction novella, some gothic horror based poetry, some minor world building exercises, and a few short screenplays for some short films and television pilots that I've had the ideas for quite some time now. In regard to what I would like for my future career in the field of community arts, I want a rewarding job that is the opposite of an office life. Something freeing and enjoyable where I can help people get in touch with their artistic and creative capabilities while also managing to find time to explore my own personal artistic interests. As far as I'm concerned, art is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, factors in my life. It has helped guide and mold me into the person I am today, and it will continue to do so until my last day. Art is a broad term, yet it all manages to provide me with the one distinct, unmistakable feeling of personal liberty and deep understanding that has made me love it so. My name is Colin Doyle, and this has been my Pecha Kucha on who I am as a person and as an aspiring artist. Thank you for watching and listening, and always remember you may not always be able to touch art, but art can always touch you. Thank you.